Another lesson from page 1107, and this time we're going to look at pages 25 through 26 about the percent mixture problems. I like to do a diagram with my students when I'm doing this type of problem, and I'm going to do the example first on the bottom of page 25, and then we'll try to help you with setting up the problems on page 26. But the problem on page 25 at the bottom says a butcher has 6 kilograms of stew meat that is 9% fat. So I like to put the percent in a box here. And then we are going to add some that's a little leaner meat. It's 6% fat. And we want to, by mixing these, end up with 8% fat, okay? Now I want to point out to you, this number here, this percent, always has to be somewhere between these two, okay? We could never have this be, more than 9% or less than 6%. It has to be somewhere in between. Now the problem tells us that he has 6 kilograms of the 9%, and we don't know how many kilograms he has of the 6%. So now again, let's play a little game here mentally. What if we added 1 kilogram here? Then how many would I have here total? 7, right? What if I added 3? Then what would I have over here? 9. If I added 5, how many kilograms total? 11, right? So this one's kind of easy. We don't have to do any difficult, subtract to get the thing that goes here. It's just over here, I'm starting with 6, and whatever I add, that's how many total kilograms I have of the mixture. All right? Now here's the cool thing. In the PACE, they converted all of these decimals, okay, all of these percents into a decimal number. But you don't actually have to do that, okay? To make it easier, if you just leave it, since they're all percents, we can just multiply straight down. So 9 times 6 plus 6 times x equals 8 times the quantity, 6 plus x. And then we can distribute the 8 times both of those quantities and solve this problem for x, and you will get exactly the same answer as they have at the bottom of page 25, but you did not have to use decimals, which is cool, okay? All right, now let's flip over to page 26 and see about setting that one up. So the first one I already kind of set up for you. I want to look at number 6 because that one they don't have set up, and they actually throw a little trick in there. So we're going to start with these boxes and try to visualize this problem. The first, the dairy has 200 liters of milk that's 5% butterfat. And then we're going to add skim milk to it and make milk that is 4% butterfat. Now it gives you a clue here. For adding skim milk is 0%. I hate skim milk. My wife likes to put skim milk on her cereal, and it's like, gag. Give me at least 1 or 2% milk, okay? So we're starting with 5%. We're adding skim, and so we're bringing it down to 4%. It's still pretty rich. Now it tells us that we start with 200 liters here, okay? What are we adding here? How much skim milk? Well, that's what we don't know, okay? So that's the x. Whatever it is we don't know is the x. How much do we end up with? Well, if we added, this was in liters, let's say we had 100 liters, we end up with what? 300 liters. If we added 200 liters, we end up with 400 liters. If we added 150 liters, we have 350. So this was, again, a simple, we just start with 200, we're adding x. And then we're just going to take the percent, don't worry about converting it, okay? Just 5 times 200 plus 0 times x equals 4 distributed, okay? And I'm going to let you finish that problem. Now obviously 0 times anything is 0, so basically this whole thing is just gone. All right, so that part's easy. Number 7 is very similar. A man adds 1.6 liters of a 60% antifreeze solution to the water already in his car radiator. When the radiator is filled, the solution is 8%. How many liters does the radiator hold? Okay, so it gives us a hint here. The water is 0% antifreeze. So again, this is a similar problem. You set it up in the same way, and they even give you the formula, okay? But again, I would convert the decimals to just be whole numbers. It's a little bit easier that way, and you'll get exactly the same answer, okay? So we kind of set up number 6. I'll let you finish that. You should be able to do number 7 now that you've had a little lesson here on number 6. And you're getting near the end of the pace. Hopefully you do well here.